Hello everybody and welcome back. I hope by now that you've already acquired some of the basic tools for the trade, being it the double-edged safety razor, the blades, a brush, and a soap or shaving cream. This might come to a surprise for many of you. I've had some requests asking to use my regular voice and not speed up the videos. The reason I was speeding up the videos was because they were becoming a little bit too long. I promise this is one is short and sweet. But again, I got a lot of requests, so here you go, and you might be surprised to be hearing my actual voice. Part of what this is gonna be twofold today. We're gonna be talking about the different passes. I alluded to it in my past video about the first pass, second pass, and third pass, and then we're gonna be talking about the importance of repetition. I'm not gonna go through the whole process of putting the lather on my face and beginning the shave, because I really want you to see and be able to experience what I'm referring to in terms of a first pass and second pass. Now, before we begin, you have to do a thorough study of your hair on your face and the direction of its growth. We're talking about the grain of your hair and the way that it's growing. My face is quite straightforward. They're all growing downwards, with the exception of my neck, the bottom of my neck area, where they're growing towards the side. So if, I accommodate for that in the different types of passes. So to describe the first pass, okay, after you have lathered up, your first pass consists of going with the grain. What that means is that you're going, if your hairs are like mine, that they're growing downwards, you're putting no pressure, like I described in the last video, with the blade on your face, and you're letting the blade just glide down with the grain in the direction that the hairs are growing. Okay, that goes towards the neck, and you do your adjustments in the particular areas where your hair is growing in a different direction. Now, you're going to do that twice. Okay, the first time is again, it doesn't leave your face perfectly smooth. There's always going to be certain hairs that you potentially miss or skip over. The one thing I do want you to pay attention to is that for every pass, you're going no more than, let me show you here, 2 finger widths down. So if you're using this side of the blade, you're going 2 finger widths. You'll go all the way across, turn it around to use the other side of the blade, and just below that, you do the other 2 finger width down. Okay, so you follow that process. After you do on the one side of the blade and the second side of the blade, you'll rinse that blade, remove the hairs that have been deposited within the double-edged safety razor, rinse it off, and then you start again. Another 2 finger widths, okay? And down, 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 down. You want to stretch the skin along your jawbone. What that does is allows you to make it straight, more of a flat surface, rather than trying to move around the curvatures. Okay, so what I do, and it looks funny, I admit I've had some of my pupils kind of laugh when I do this, but you open up your mouth, stretch out the skin, and then continue with the 2 passes in the thickness of 2 finger widths. Okay, so that would conclude your first pass, and you would do the exact same thing for your second pass. Now, when it comes to the third pass, that's a little bit different. What you're going to do on the third pass is you're going to go against the grain. So in my case, because my hairs on the bottom of my neck are growing sideways, that means I would be going sideways, okay, at the bottom, and then straight up, just like this. Okay, and again, you're following the 2 finger widths, okay? So 2 finger widths all the way across, turn it around, 2 finger widths across, all the way around. Around the chin is a little bit tricky. The only thing that I can suggest is that, again, you make a funny face and to straighten it out as much as possible, and you go straight. And here you do have to pay a little bit more attention to the curvature. And what I tend to do is that at this curvature here is I'll go sideways as well. Okay, this is all on the third pass. And then you're going upwards just underneath the lip as well. Now, one of my pupils has asked me, okay, well, if your theory is to just apply it onto your face, apply no pressure, and let it do its work because of the weight of the handle, then how do you maneuver that when you're going upwards? Because obviously gravity is going downwards, and you're going to have to put some pressure there in order to move the blade along. They're absolutely right. You're going to have to change your strategy just a little bit. And in this case, you do have to apply a bit of pressure just in order to keep it against your skin. Now, again, be careful. You'll notice how I'm holding the blade. I hold it right at the tip and I'm just pulling upwards. You don't hold it like this, and you don't hold it too firmly, in which case it'll make you apply too much pressure. I hope you'll agree that repetition is very important for many aspects of life. Athletes, artists, and so on. The more you do it, the better you get. In this case, what I'd like to bring up to your attention is that at the beginning of the year, I began with a goal of reading at least one motivational, inspirational, wisdom-filled type of book a month. That completely changed, and it's okay to course correct and change your goals midway as well, by the way. But when I got to book number 7, and I don't do many plugs, and I'm not, as you've noticed, mentioning different types of brands and so on throughout my videos, but Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill completely changed that. And I had heard it before from other type of mentors that, you know, there's more value in reading one book 50 times than reading 1,000 books, but never being able to thoroughly understand what the book is teaching, or being able to apply some of the things that you learn in that book. Think and Grow Rich is so full of information that every time that you go through it, you'll find something that resonates much more with you. It depends on what stage of your life you're at. You know, 6 months ago, you might have been in a different position, and now rereading or re-listening to some piece of audio or book may resonate with you differently and trigger something within you to change and try in your workplace or in your family life. Again, this book is completely full of that. I really encourage everybody to try and get your hands on it. As a matter of fact, Bob Proctor in a conference that I recently attended said that he reads the book once a day and still is able to gain something new out of the book. So just to say, you know, you read, you know, 60 books and so on, and you've got this collection library and they all look very nice on your bookshelf, is not enough. Let's abuse those books. Let's write in them. Let's squiggle. Let's rip pages. Let's turn a page and fold it. That's what the books are meant for. Read them, reread them, and that would be my suggestion for you. And you can apply this sort of repetitive repetition in many aspects of life. But this is one that really had a huge impact in my life, and I just wanted to share that with everybody today. So I really appreciate it. Now, go ahead and get your whiskers